Let's do a video that is a game as well. This will be random things you probably didn't notice in Transformers Prime, rated by difficulty depending on how specific the thing is. I say probably didn't notice because, well, some of you will know things because other fans have pointed them out before. Some of this will be technical issues, so be warned because you'll see things you cannot unsee. Some of these will be background things you can miss. Some are just random things I noticed myself. We will have easy, medium, and hard. I will give you a hint as to what you are looking for, we'll show the clip or pic, and see if you can figure out what happened before I explain it. Easy level will include things you can notice the first time watching, or things that are common knowledge by now. However, some easy things you might not have noticed while you knew some things in the hard category. It is hard to rank these things. This one stands out very much to me. This is a technical issue that occurs many times throughout Season 1 and 2 of Transformers Prime. Let's take a look.
Your last words.
This is for Clip Jumper!
This is easy to spot if you are a Starscream fan who spends a lot of time looking at him. The issue is with Starscream's eyes. He is supposed to have black eyes with red-pink irises and a white pupil. What you see is that the iris's color spilled over to fill his entire eye. Starscream is not supposed to have fully red eyes, and you can see that in some scenes he is fine, and then the issue occurs next time you see him. The issue is clear in the Operation Bumblebee episodes especially. The issue ceases before Starscream rejoins the Decepticons. Here is another technical issue that I can just never take my eyes away from. I'll play it and you should spot it instantly.
And to make matters worse, because it cannot speak, we have no way of knowing why the Predaking failed so miserably.
So Megatron's shoulder joint is clipping through his spikes, and this one is so big that it makes you wonder how no one noticed it. Maybe they were too busy looking at Starscream this time around. I have another Starscream specific thing for you, but not a technical issue this time. Let's play Spot the Difference.
My intentions were pure, Master. No, Master.
Starscreams' legs are redesigned after episode 6. He has a patch and Decepticon symbols on his legs, which are all removed to make it a nice smooth design for the rest of the show. I'm glad for it because it looks better, yes, but Starscream having so many symbols is just overkill. Here's a hard one to spot unless you heard of the technical issue. This one is spread around, and this is how I learned about it. Have a look at this clip from Orion Pax Part 2.
Going down.
Did you see that? What a horrifying face on Ratchet, and you can see that the other characters are missing part of their armor as well. Did you notice this one? RC has 2 wheels down here, but then she has another in her back. What gives? Well, actually, this wheel splits in 2, reconnecting. That is why these ones are thinner than the ones on her back. Next up is something all Transformers Prime artists should be told. I'll just show a few pics for this one. Now what we should learn is that the concept art looks different from the final product. Never trust concept art. For example, Starscream's midriff has many differences and his symbol becomes 3D and red in the show. Be very careful about these poses as well. You will find joints cut and body parts bent in weird ways. Next up is going to be sounds. Nice and easy. Compare these. Shockwave's laser sound is never reused and is changed, although the first one was way cooler. Another noise to keep track of. Episode 6 uses a different transformation noise. It was changed the same time as Starscream's leg design. Let's move on to some medium level stuff. Here is another technical issue. Have a look here, specifically at Predaking. Did you see that he's missing his wings in this scene? Here is a strange one. Do you see something different about RC? Her plate here is usually clear, but in this episode, it is pink. Some more technical goofs. This is a recurring issue that I didn't notice until I tried to draw Starscream. Then, you see something is off. Here's a scene that shows the issue well.
Oh, thank the old spark!
Did you get it? The pieces on the back of Starscream's legs are so high up that logically, he should not be able to bend his legs so much. This part will clip into his thighs, sometimes right through them. This one is hard to catch unless you already heard about it or like looking at Knockout. Transformers Prime does a lot of background animation, and I am always catching new things.
I spark a flame, but to rule undead armies and conquer worlds.
In this scene, Knockout checks out his fingers, his nails, instead of listening to Megatron. This one I saw myself, but has since been shared around the internet. Look closely at Soundwave. If you look very carefully, you can see that he is shaking. Soundwave is laughing silently as everyone else is laughing. Trivia time, this topic, VCons. How many variations of VCon do we see in Transformers Prime? We have the jet VCons and the car ones, but don't forget the silver colored ones. And what more, we have VCon minors that are pink or purple and have two bands for their eyes. How many episodes did we see VCons in their car alt forms? Surprisingly, only twice, at the start of the show and then in this glorious scene. Otherwise, we don't see them transforming. How many times are VCons called VCons in Transformers Prime? VCons are known as troopers for most cases. However, the word VCon is said twice in the show.
Use your head, Knockout. This ship is crawling with highly trained VCon troopers armed for combat.
Know what I love most about VCon troopers?
They're easily distracted.
Then let's do some things I would consider hard. If you know them, I am impressed. Starscream and Darksteel hate each other, but there is one thing the two have in common. Have a close look.
Where have you been?
Gutting Autobots. What?
Did you see it? No? Now take a look at Smokescreen and Skylinks. What do you see?
Someone may want to think about renaming the Sea of Rust. I'm just saying.
Neither.
I'm just messing with you. What did you hear? Did you know Starscream and Darksteel both have the same voice actor despite hating each other? And bigger surprise, Skylinks and Smokescreen also have the same voice actor. But wait, listen to this one.
Rafael Jorge Gonzalez Esquivel. What is going on in here?
That Latina voice you just heard was done by who? RC. Predaking has a different sounding roar for the first time he's introduced. After that, he mostly screeches a high-pitched shriek. But visually, what is something you see happening with Predaking in this scene? Did you ever wonder why everyone is looking high up? If you look at the shadow, you can see Predaking's front claws. That can only mean he is standing on his back legs when he roared. What makes Starscream's temporary home extra creepy?
1 trillion gigabytes of data. None of it's useful.
Did you ever notice the dangling VCon arms in the Harbinger? We never hear how the VCons are created, but the hints are in the protoforms and the parts strewn throughout the place. Next up, what is so special about Knockouts? Fanfiction writers, be ready with your pens, and everyone, look closely at Knockouts.
What happened? Megatron pound you like scrap metal again?
I would rather not discuss it.
Honestly, Starscream, you need to take better care of yourself.
We just saw the sparks as Starscream is being welded, but notice that Knockout is using no tool at all. Knockout is able to weld wounds with his own fingertips. Ratchet wasn't the only one equipped for his job. Even if Knockout insisted that he is better at breaking things, he is ready to heal at any given moment. See something familiar in the background? The picture on the wall is the opening scene with Cliffjumper driving, flipped. Now there's a lot of promotional art of Predaking, but there's something wrong that I can never forgive. Look at his face and see if you see the issue. okay? Predaking's front tendrils are attached to his lower jaw instead of his upper jaw. Instead of being able to latch onto bots, well, now they can only uselessly twitch down there. This error is everywhere, even on the DVD art. Finally, let's have a Starscream round. I noticed a lot of that guy. This one is fun for fanfiction writers and Starscream fans.
Come to value loyalty above all else.
Well, you know, we are Decepticons.
We see Starscream trying to joke and calmly explain his actions to Megatron. Starscream is a liar who can sometimes avoid trouble by doing it. But briefly, we see Starscream grimace and twitch in discomfort, which is quite the opposite of what Megatron is seeing. This may be his true emotion that he is concealing. Speaking of Patch, here is something weird. Do you remember this scene from Shadow Zone?
You cannot harm me while dark energon flows through my veins.
Listen to how it is in Starscream's memories.
You cannot harm me while dark energon flows through my veins. I am invincible!
There's an extra line taken out from the original episode, but was left mistakenly in Patch. The extra line only makes Starscream seem extra crazy when high on Dark Energon. Finally, a quick technical error. Look at Starscream. Did you see it? His cuffs disappeared. Starscream, you're free! Run! Trivia time. Were you listening carefully to the Autobots? What is the name of the Autobot base as said by Optimus Prime?
Unknown vessel, this is Autobot Outpost Omega-1. Identify yourself.
What High Council member did Alpha try and talk to, who later named Orion a Prime?
Turned out to be a great teacher, and a true friend. I mean, he was the one who petitioned Halogen and the High Council to make you a Prime.
What battle did Megatron rip out Bumblebee's voice box?
How?
How do you think? Tragically, of course. It happened at Tiger Pax.
And that is it for today, although I'm sure we can make more of these in the future.
You cannot harm me while dark energon flows through my veins. I am invincible!